My name's Vicky and I work for Erskine, which is a charity that supports veterans. My role within that charity is Trusts and Foundations Manager. So I am basically tasked with sourcing funding for the activities that the charity undertakes from trusts and foundations. Interestingly, this was a brand new job. I had just started this job. So it was the Monday night that Boris announced that we were all to go onto lockdown. I was due to start on the Tuesday. So I was due to start the next day. So for me, I have started this job. They went ahead with my start date, which I was hugely grateful for. I started as planned. But I haven't met any of my new colleagues yet. I've only met them via Zoom calls or emails or phone calls. But somehow I still feel part of the team. I still feel that I have started a new job. So for me it was a change anyway, because it was starting a new role with a new charity. I worked for a charity before this in a slightly different role, but it was going to be a change anyway. But yeah, a huge change in that I've worked from home since day one. The wider team that I'm working in has got 22 people in total, I believe. So within the first week to week and a half, my line manager had arranged calls with each person. So that could have been a Zoom call or it could have been just a phone call. But it was a chance for me just to find out a little bit about what they did, but also to introduce myself and also find out a bit about them as a person and a teammate. Another thing that really helped me feel part of it all was one of the ladies that had called me. She was working from the office that day. That the people that have to work from the office, they're taking it in turns as to which day of the week they're going in. So there's only ever one person in the office at a time. But she called me from the office one day via a WhatsApp call and gave me a guided tour, showed me my desk that was all set up ready for me. So I now can imagine where I'll be sitting and who I'll be working alongside. So that was lovely. I felt hugely anxious at the beginning, because when you're starting a new job, you want to present yourself in the best light possible. You want to show how dedicated you are. You want to show how good your work ethic is. And yet I am, I've got a 1.5-year-old boy. So I'm a mum first and foremost. And obviously with the nurseries being closed, I'm at home with him. My husband's working from home as well. So between us, we're sharing the childcare. So initially I found it really, really stressful, because my new boss would be scheduling a call, and I would be panicking because I had a 1.5-year-old playing in the background or babbling away or bringing me toys or whatever. But as the weeks have gone by, I've just realised that there are so many people in the same situation as me. I am so lucky in that my boss has got 2 young children as well. So she's dealing with exactly the same situation as I am. And I think it's kind of taught me that it's okay to be a mum and somebody with a career as well. And it's all right to juggle both. And if your child has a meltdown and you need to go, then you can always come back to that call a little bit later. And I think not having the option to feel under pressure to take my son into town or take him to a park or take him somewhere to visit family or anything like that, I think not having those options of visiting people and going places and driving places, it's made life more simplistic. And he's still getting out in the garden and he's still getting out for walks. Obviously we're still walking the dog, but it's quite nice not to feel the pressure of, am I doing enough or am I doing too much? Throughout all of this, I count myself very, very lucky, because I live with my husband and my son and my dog. And I think what I've learned is that I spend most of my time with them anyway. So this lockdown thing, I count myself incredibly lucky because I like the people I live with, thankfully. And I think as well, having a young child, it's kept me in a routine and it's kept me busy and it's kept my mind on the here and now. So I'm still thinking hour by hour rather than sat there getting engulfed with what the bigger picture and the bigger issues mean and potentially how scary this could be.